big population of dollars, and we've divided them evenly to get an estimate here. Now, when you do that and you look about individual spend categories, med-surg ICU, which is basically a lot of your inpatient stuff, is about $210 out of those $750. Skilled nursing facilities are 40, emergency rooms are 9, right? So the important point here is think back to that readmission rate, right? If that readmission rate for CHF had gone from 18% down to 16% or 15% or even better than that, we know there are programs that are actually getting them down into the single digits. If you are that kind of an organization and you have the ability to do that, you can now go back and calculate basically the rough value that you're creating. And that's the real point of the value-based purchasing, is you get paid for the value you create. If I can take that $210 PMPM and take that down by $4 or $5 PMPM, you can extrapolate that across a population and you know what your rough value is. Now, you don't have to get into the weeds on the numbers themselves. The point is, think like a payer. Put the patients in buckets. This is a risk group bucket around Medicare Advantage. If you then take that and slice it in half again and say, I just want to look at these Medicare patients within heart failure, and that's going to give me a trend on heart failure programs, now the way you increment your program is to say, let me take that heart failure program where I'm doing well with Medicare, where I've created a trend, and let me pivot and put that on a commercial group or offer that to a commercial group and then make that part of the negotiation for how you're organizing your risk. So if you think system competition, you're basically creating a trend around your system performance, right? And again, we're going to stay in the kind of the payer thinking for a minute. Payers typically think, again, in these big buckets. Admissions per thousand and days per thousand are two very frequently used areas. So the average system across the country right now, and again, we're sticking with Medicare data because we have good data there, is about 320 admits per thousand. The top performers across the country actually have that down by almost a third, right? So they're around 220, 225.